Whether it's WWE, Ring of Honor, TNA, NWA, New Japan Pro Wrestling, the Bullet Club, NXT. It doesn't matter. If it's about wrestling, we cover it all here on That Wrestling Show. And you are about to enjoy the first edition of The Broken Mic. Because on this show, we talk about everything that is wrestling. So sit back, relax, enjoy the show, and get ready to enjoy the new world order of professional podcasting, brother. TWF. That wrestling show. Subscribe. TWF. That wrestling show. Subscribe. TWS. For all you out there who don't know what that stands for, it simply stands for That Wrestling Show. Because we are the new world order of professional podcasting here on YouTube.com. We will be taking over YouTube. We are the new wave of podcasting. Because on this show, we simply talk about wrestling. We don't come out here and we don't talk about our personal life. We don't come out here and we don't bullshit about everything that's politics. We don't come out here and talk about simply the opposite of what we thought we were going to be talking about. We don't come out here and play video games for 7 hours. We don't come out here and bullshit about our pet and animals in the background or our family grievances or whatever. On this show, we give the WWE universe, the wrestling universe, what they truly need, what they truly want. And that is wrestling news. Because this is the first edition. Yes, I've recorded other episodes of this kind of version of the Broken Mic, but you know what? All that doesn't matter because as of right now, they have just been deleted. This is episode number 1 of the Broken Mic Wrestling Talk, as well as news and rumors. So, if you enjoy wrestling, if you're a wrestling fan out there, and you enjoy podcasting, or if you enjoy listening to a wrestling podcast, just to, be at work, throw on your headphones, kick back, relax, and you want to find out everything that is wrestling, then guess what? You're on the right path. This is the new wave of professional wrestling podcasting. For all you out there who are new to the show, if you enjoy the show, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. If you have a Twitter account, be sure to follow us on Twitter at That Wrestling Show. Share the video. Tell your friends about us. Because the only way to grow this show is to let the wrestling community out there that there is a new wave of shows that just take over. If you want to leave any comments down below, be sure to hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down. Um, if you like this show, hit the like button. If you have any negative or positive comments, leave them down below. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, guys. Right now, we are currently at 41 subscribers and growing. I want to come out here and I want to thank all my current subscribers for sticking with me. Yeah, I know it's been rough. I know it's been crazy. I know I've, haven't done shows here and there. I know I've been lost in the background, lost in the shuffle. I've been trying to get my platform the way I want it to. I want the video to look good. I want the audio to sound good. So I've been wrestling with that. So like I said, all my current subscribers, I thank you. You are the best. All you guys are awesome. I hope you enjoy what I do out here. I come out here and I talk about wrestling. I give you reviews and results from a Monday Night Raw. I give you my opinions on what I think. I give you the truth. I don't come out here and I don't bullshit with nobody. I come out here and I speak the truth. I don't do this to make money. I don't do this because I feel like I need to do this. I do this because I simply love to come out here and I love to talk about wrestling. Wrestling is something that I grew up watching. So anytime I can come out here and give my opinion on what I think about a certain, program or a certain show, if I end up insulting the show, it's because it was a bad show. It sucked. If I end up giving it a 3 thumbs up, then there you go. I've been watching wrestling since I was, at least 9 years old. So I've watched, I've heard, I've seen it all when it comes to wrestling. I've seen the NWO rise and fall, the Attitude Era rise and fall. I've seen, John Cena, that era fall. Ruthless aggression. The PG era. I've seen it. I've heard it. I've done it all. So if something's not right in professional wrestling, you're going to hear about it here on That Wrestling Show. Because this is the Broken Mic with your host, JT. And I'm going to keep on saying that. I'm going to keep on reminding you who I am. Because when you're somebody as new as I am, when you're somebody as small as I am, you have to get your name out there. And if that means repeating it 100,000 times, then that's exactly what I'm going to do. For all you new subscribers out there, I know I gained like 4 or 5 subscribers out there. I want to thank you for subscribing to the show. I usually come out here. I have a Monday night review of Raw. I'll have a Tuesday night SmackDown Live review, NXT review. I'll come out here and I'll talk about the Ring of Honor, TNA, NWA, everything that is wrestling. So tonight we're gonna talk about every single promotion out there, whether it's the NWA. James Ellsworth got a NWA Heavyweight Championship title match. Do you believe that, guys? James Ellsworth. James Ellsworthless is now wrestling with the NWA. And yes, the NWA is back. The NWA is here. The NWA is making a comeback. So look out for the NWA for in 2018. We also have TNA. Austin Aries is our new TNA champion. Sorry about that, guys. When you do a podcast from your house and you have family, you're gonna have people knocking on the door. That was my little girl. She was knocking on the door. She was just bothering me just because she can, just because she feels like she wants to. It happens. So when you're doing a show live, unedited, that's what happens. You get stuff like that. So I apologize for that. Um, so where were we? We were talking about TNA. Austin Aries um, is our new TNA champion. Austin Aries is making a name for himself. He really is. Not only did he not only does he have the TNA championship belt, um, that he beat I forget his name, but not only does he have that belt, he has multiple championship belt belts. So we're gonna talk about that. Austin Aries making a name for himself after being let go or leaving the WWE. It seems like everyone who leaves the WWE just simply makes a better name for themselves than they originally already were. You know, so good for Austin Aries, man. We have in a in a Ring of Honor, um, New Japan Pro Wrestling news. We have Kenny Omega is officially, I believe, stepping away from the Bullet Club. Um, him and Cody Rhodes have got into a couple of fights here and there, arguments. So Kenny Omega is officially trying to step away from the Bullet Club and just, I guess, do his own thing for now. Cody Rhodes is, I guess, running the show now. He's come in like some kind of poison. Um, Before he came into the Bullet Club, everything was fine. Now that he's there, it seems like everything's just rotting away. Um, he even went as far as telling Marty Squirrel to just do his own villain club and break away from the Bullet Club. So looks like he's trying to destroy the Bullet Club from inside. I don't know what's going on with that, but we're going to talk about that as well. What else do we have? We have to talk about. We have in WWE news. Um, Rumor has it that WWE is planning on getting rid of the. Um, they're getting rid of where each brand show that's gonna have their own exclusive pay per view. They're gonna go away from all that and just have Raw and SmackDown just be on every single pay per view that there is. Instead of having a 2 hour pay per view, they're gonna have a 4 hour pay per view. The first half goes to probably Raw, and the second half goes to SmackDown, or they might just mix it up. In general, I think that they should just get rid of the brand split altogether and just fucking go back to the way things were. We're gonna talk about that as well. I want to talk about the things that are going on in wrestling right now. It seems like everybody is just like, you know, breaking away from like what they really want to do, and they're just doing their own thing now. You know, um, you have guys like like this Kenny Omega. He's gotten pretty popular with the Bullet Club, but it seems like he's tired of their their antics, their little childish antics. He wants to do his own thing. We got guys like what call it. I know that recently we had one of the cruiserweights, break away. They want to do their own thing as well. Austin Aries, he left. He wasn't happy. He's doing that. So it seems like no matter you know, what happens as far as wrestling, it seems like if a person is not happy in wrestling in general, like they're just gonna do their own thing and break away and make a name for themselves. So I'm happy that there are more outlets for wrestlers nowadays to just go and make a name for themselves. Not everyone's just like stuck down to like WWE. If I don't make it in WWE, then I'm just simply just gonna like stay here and be unhappy for the rest of my life. No, excuse me. If WWE is not giving me what I want, I can go to a TNA, or I can go to a Ring of Honor. I can go to um, NWA, stuff like that. So as far as all that, I'm glad that the wrestling community is getting bigger than it was before. Um, Now that Vince McMahon, ever since Vince McMahon had bought the WCW, it seems like all we had to look for was WWE. But things are looking up for wrestling in 2018. All right, so let me see. Let's get to the wrestling news, like I promised. Um, so I pretty much just bookmarked a lot of stuff that I want to talk about on my phone. So everything that I'm gonna read, everything that I'm gonna talk about is gonna be on my phone. So first piece of news is totally random, right here. So John Cena, supposedly is feuding with not anybody in wrestling, not Roman Reigns. He's not feuding with guys like Elias Sampson or the Big Show. No, John Cena is currently in a feud with Ford. Yes, what a shocking turn! John Cena versus Ford. A couple months back, Ford was filed a lawsuit against John Cena because supposedly they gave him a car and he was supposed to hold on to it for a good while. You know, I believe it was 2 years. He couldn't do anything to the car. He couldn't sell it. He couldn't customize it or nothing until his 2 years was up. The car is was worth about $500,000. It was a good. It was a fucking. It wasn't just a basic car. It was a nice fucking car. It says here. Let me see. Let's read the article. Let's get to the article. It says John Cena has a lot of jobs and in sources of income, not pro wrestling losses, but he has more of those than he used to. As such, we do a lot of stories about him here at Cage Sites. I want to thank Cage Sites for their news. So we'll forgive you if you forgot the one about him being sued by Ford for selling a car they gave him before he was supposed to. That is fucking hilarious. I mean, you would think that, alright, look, the only reason why Ford gave him the car is because he's going to drive it around. He's John Cena. They get free advertising. John Cena has a car. I'm going to buy that car. You know what I mean? It says here, according to the folks at TMZ, who first reported on the Ford versus Cena program to begin with, um, the the fuck. The Fernandin star has asked the judge to dismiss the whole case because, get this, the contract he signed doesn't say he couldn't sell the 500,000 limited edition Ford GT in the first place. Oops. Man, if Ford gave me a Ford GT worth $500,000, I would not sell that car. Period. I mean, why does Johnson have to sell his cars for anyway? Isn't he making good money? I mean, I thought he was making badass fucking money. I thought he was John Cena, worth millions and millions of dollars, making movies. He has his own show. Why the hell does he have to sell the goddamn car? It was probably the fact that he bought Nikki Bella a very expensive fucking ring, and he probably got himself in debt. What a moron. If true, the certainty doesn't seem to be a basis for Ford's lawsuit, and I think the giant might want to hire some of Vince's McMahon's lawyers. So John Cena says that Ford should drop the lawsuit because they didn't put in the contract that he can't sell the car until after 2 years of him having it. Um, so if that is true, if Ford did not put that in the contract, then they're kind of screwed. But at the same time, it was a verbal agreement. If John Cena agreed to it, if John Cena goes on record agreeing that he wasn't gonna sell the car for at least after 2 years, then he is kind of screwed as well. So who knows? Depending on how big of a fan the judge is of John Cena or Ford, it can go either way. So man, I'm trying to get a new Chevy 2017 Silverado, and this dude fucking getting free cars and selling it. I'm over here driving around. I'm driving a freaking Chevy Silverado, a '94 Chevy Silverado, and this guy's fucking selling, one of his 20 cars. Fucking ridiculous. What else we got here? If you're not familiar with Lucha Underground, I started watching it a while back. I really got into it, but then I started getting out of it as well. I don't know. It was just it's hard to keep up with. You know what I mean? It's a good show. They show good stuff, but I started falling out of it. But I probably thinking about getting back into it because I come out here, I talk about NWA, TNA, Ring of Honor, and WWE. So I also want to try to talk about Lucha Underground. But speaking of Lucha Underground announced a new location dates for season 4 tapings. So Lucha Underground is coming back with a season 4. How exciting is that? I mean, they got new locations and new dates. Lucha Underground slowly but surely, they were a small time show, but now they're starting to get real big. They're starting to get real noticed. It was touch and go there for a while, but season 4 of El Rey Network Lucha Underground is happening even after the official announcement. A long wait for information about when and where the next batch of episodes would tape had fans a little anxious, but a flurry of information this week had provided answers and calmed nerves. The latest episode, which followed a cliffhanger, Ultima Lucha Tires Tres, will film in just a couple of weeks. Folks who will be in the Los Angeles area can try to reserve free tickets to the Friday's February 23rd, Sunday, February 25th show on LU Eventbrite page. But that's not even the biggest news, believe it or not. Believe it or not, that is not the biggest news. Need some water. Your throat's kind of dry. In an exclusive interview with Umbrox, producer Eric Van Wiegen and Chris Del Joseph shared the new location of Lucha Underground Arena, better known as the Temple, Union Central Cold Storage on Industrial in downtown Los Angeles. The creative duo discussed making a new building a character on the show the same way the old one was, and also indirectly addressing reports they'll be working with a smaller budget this time around. Huh. So they're getting a new place, but they're working with a smaller budget. That don't sound so good. So this coming from Del Joseph, and I quote, Di Joseph or Di Jose. I think one of the things we've been challenged with this season is how to make this show more efficient. When you have three swings and something, you get a good sense of how to do that. A lot of our talent will be staying here for the run of the show. This will be home base. Not only will be shooting vignettes during the week and wrestling taping on the weekends, guys will be coming here and spending a lot of time here. Certainly, unlike 4 years ago when we started building at the tempo, we know what they're going to try to do. We had no idea what they were going to try to do 4 years ago, but now we know our cast well, and so we have to plan accordingly. So not only are they getting a new location, not only are we getting a season 4 of Lucha Underground, but we're also getting you know a whole new setup, a whole new place. um, I'm actually looking forward to watching season 4 because, like I said, I've been wanting to get back into it, and they say the longer a show goes, the better it gets. So who knows who might be showing up at Lucha Underground? I'm gonna say Lucha, 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 Lucha. Um, so look forward to that, man. Lucha Underground this year, 2018, season 4. In other news, and I don't believe this for a minute, but if it's true, I am going to be freaked out. Supposedly, Hollywood Hulk Hogan says that he wants to be part of the Bullet Club. The original member of the NWO. New World Order Professional Hogan himself wants to be in the Bullet Club. I don't know how true that really is, but if that's true, I mean, Hulk Hogan did wonders for the NWO. He can only do wonders for the Bullet Club. Hulk Hogan was apparently considered to appear at New Japan Pro Wrestling Wrestle Kingdom last month as an honorary member of the Bullet Club, according to a news reporter from Sports Illustrated. New Japan approached Hogan about appearing at the show. However, talks fell apart. Oh, that sucks. When Hogan demanded, boy, you mother. Hogan demanded $750,000. $750,000 for the appearance, just to appear as a Bullet Club member. You gotta be fucking kidding me, bro. $750,000. You're lucky they gave you $100,000, brother. Come on, man. I like you, but get over yourself, bro. You're fucking old, and you're washed up, and you're barely making it selling T-shirts. So be grateful if New Japan Pro Wrestling wants you to be part of the Bullet Club at Wrestle Kingdom. Hulk Hogan was recently Hogan has recently expressed interest about working with New Japan Pro Wrestling ahead of Raw 25. Hogan told the Associated Press in January that he wanted to get involved with the Bullet Club. I'm almost ready to jump on a plane and fly to Japan and get involved with the Bullet Club, man, Hogan said. I'm so excited about those kids. Hogan hasn't appeared for a major wrestling promotion since being fired by WWE in 2015 when a taping containing him making racist remarks years earlier was made public. Wow, that's fucked up. Hogan who was upset with his daughter Brooke dating a black man, used the N-word several times in the tape and said, "I guess we're all a little racist." Yeah, that's about right. As noted, I interviewed former WCW president Eric Bischoff last week, who said that he believes Hogan will eventually return to WWE. He also discussed the possibilities of Hogan and NWO doing an angle with the Bullet Club. Huh. Yeah. We'll see. Let's kind of play creative comedy, right? Now, if we look at the positive, if Hulk Hogan and myself, if I threw myself into that mix, or even Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, if the four of us stepped in as me being the guy that created the NWO and Hulk, Scott and Kevin as the personification of it, if we all came in as the grandfathers, if you will came in and helped support it and endorse it and draw the immediate parallel between NWO and the Bullet Club, which by the way is how it got started. It kind of became hot as a result of them mimicking or copying or emulating or paying respect, however you want to say it, to the NWO. That's how it got started, which is cool. Bischoff said, if we were if we were to at least recreate the components of NWO with Scott Hawk, Hulk, and myself and endorse it, it could have two effects. Um, I mean, you know what? That would be kind of exciting to see the NWO versus the Bullet Club. Only if the NWO is gonna put over the Bullet Club. Now, if the NWO is gonna come and try to like squash every single member of the Bullet Club, then it's not worth seeing. But if the NWO is gonna pay respect to the Bullet Club and vice versa, that would be very interesting to see. I wouldn't mind seeing the NWO versus the Bullet Club at a New Japan Pro Wrestling taping or whatever, pay per view. Even if they came to San Antonio, that would be awesome. You know, when they came to San Antonio for the uh, Survivor of the Fittest, I went to that show, and a Ring of Honor show is a small time show, but it's a good show nonetheless. So who knows, guys? Pretty soon we might be seeing the NWO versus the Bullet Club, and both can invade WWE and break the walls down. What else? What else? What else we got here? So this just passed, but we're gonna talk about it anyways because you know, we need to talk about everything that is wrestling here, and whether it passed or it's present or it's in the future. You're gonna hear about it here on the Broken Mic. The reunited Golden Lovers highlights New Japan on Ring of Honor's Rising Cards. How fitting that here on the eve of Valentine's Day, New Japan has unveiled the lineup for their February 23rd, 20 February 23rd, 24th show with the Ring of Honor. So Ring of Honor and New Japan Pro Wrestling, they always partner up to do shows. So they have a show coming up on the 23rd and the 24th, with the Ring of Honor at Tokyo's um, Kora Gen Hall. Both of which featured Kenny Omega teaming up with Kota Ibushi versus the first time since reuniting at New Japan at New Beginnings in Sapporo last month. The Golden Lovers are back, and despite being the Elite, repeatedly telling us the Bullet Club is fine, Kenny and Okada sure will be wrestling a lot of guys in the faction. Omega leads. Used to lead or co-leads the Bullet Club. So Kenny Omega and Okada and Kata are going to be coming together, and supposedly a lot of the people they're going to be wrestling are members of the Bullet Club. So I don't know if y'all watch a show called The Elite on YouTube. I watch it all the time. I've missed a couple episodes, but I've seen an episode where Kenny Omega and Cody Rhodes, they got into a confrontation. They got into a big old fight at a pay-per-view, and they're no longer talking to each other. Kenny Omega is no longer doing anything with the Elite or the Bullet Club right now. He's kind of doing his own thing. He's spaced out. But despite all that, Cody Rhodes, you know, created a shirt called was the Bullet Club. So he made a new Bullet Club shirt, and behind the shirt it says the Bullet Club is fine. Um, which I'm probably gonna have to get me a shirt like that because I believe the Bullet Club is fine. I don't want the Bullet Club to break up, man. I am a big, huge fan of the Bullet Club, the Elite, Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, the Villain, Marty Squirrel, Hangman. So I want my guys to be together. Guys, the Bullet Club is fine. Despite what you're going to hear tonight on this show, the Bullet Club is fine. And also FTR. Fuck the revivals. So, Honor of Rising is what the show is called. Night 1 is on February 23rd, and Night 2 is on February 24th. The first show, the card of Honor Rising. As a matter of fact, we're gonna cover the show. Not only are we gonna do a preview and predictions of Honor Rising, we're gonna cover the reviews and results. So for all you guys out there who enjoy hearing about the Ring of Honor, New Japan Pro Wrestling, you're gonna hear it here. Ring of Honor, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Honor Rising reviews and results with that wrestling show. So for all you guys who are big fans, here are the cards. Here's the card for the first night: Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi, and Chase Owens versus Cody, Marty Scurll, and Hangman Page. So Kenny Omega is going up against his own Bullet Club members. But don't worry, guys. Don't worry. The Bullet Club is fine, okay? The Bullet Club is fine. Don't worry about it. We have Hiroki Goto versus Beer and City Bruisers for the Never Openweight Championship belt. That should be a very good match. Dalton Castle, Jay Lethal, and Ryu Suk. Takashi versus Jay White, Beretta, and Chuck Taylor. Hiromu Takashi versus Kuseta versus Flip Gordon. Flip Gordon's not a bad good. I've seen him wrestle a couple times. I've seen him wrestle live. Flip Gordon's a pretty bad dude. Yeah, he's a bad dude, man. He's a bad dude. He's gotten super kick a couple times from the Bullet Club, but that's about it. The Young Bucks versus Juice Robinson and David Finlay. Never heard of those guys before. The Young Bucks I've heard of, but the other guys, no. Justin Thunder Liger, Delirious, and Cheeseburger versus Tamatanga, Tanga Lu, and Hiku Leo. I probably squashed that name. So that is the card for night 1. That is the card for night 1 of Honor Rising. Be sure to watch it February 23rd. Anytime Ring of Honor or New Japan Pro Wrestling puts on a good show, or whether it's together, they never miss a beat. They always give us an entertaining and glorious show. Night 2, February 24th at 4:30 a.m. Eastern. Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi versus Cody Rhodes, or Cody, and Marty Scurll, the Villain. Marty Scurll, the American Nightmare, Cody, the Cleaner, Kenny Omega, God himself, and Kota Ibushi, all in a match together. That should be one of the best matches to watch. Anytime there's a match with Kenny Omega, the American Nightmare, the Villain, Marty Scurll, even Kota Ibushi, matches are gold. So right there and then, you already get your money worth right there. Buy the show. Let me know what it's like. Dalton Castle versus Beretta for the Ring of Honor World Title. Um, so Beretta is our new Ring of Honor World Champion. I didn't know that, but that's nice to know. The Young Bucks and Hangman Page versus Jay White, Chuck Taylor, and Sushi Hashi. Hmm. Bad Luck Filet, uh, Tema Tamatanga and Tanga Lua versus Justin Thunder Liger, Delirious, and Cheeseburger for the Never Open Weight 6-Man Tag Team Championships. They are the champions. Um, I was wrong, my bad. Dalton Castle is the Ring of Honor World Champion. My bad. That's why I was wondering what I don't remember Bretta winning the belt. What else we got? We got Flip Gordon and Ryusuke Takashi versus Hiromu and Takashi. Sorry, versus Hiromu Takashi and Bushi. I'm gonna squash a lot of these fucking Japan names because I'm still new to this whole fucking Ring of Honor shit. Jay Lethal, Juice Robinson, and David Finley versus Takiro Tashi, Chase Owens, and Hiraku Leo. And last but not least, we have Tua Himir versus Beer City Bruisers. And if you're not excited about all that, then I don't know what you can get excited about. Um, One person who is not excited about this is Marty Squirrel, the villain. He says in a Twitter comment, I didn't agree to this. Hashtag villain. So somebody's a little upset about the Bullet Club having to face each other. Now I don't know what's going on with this whole Bullet Club versus Kenny Omega shit. I don't understand why they're separating Kenny Omega from the Bullet Club. I mean, Kenny Omega was the one who made the Bullet Club, noticeable. Kenny Omega is the future. He's the man behind the Bullet Club. He's the Hollywood Hogan of the Bullet Club. Why they would separate him from the Bullet Club is beyond me. Maybe he got tired of it all, but um, it doesn't really all matter because the Bullet Club is fine. Kenny Omega will return. He needs a break. He's tired. He's done it all with the Bullet Club. He needs to focus on himself right now. So for all you out there who are thinking that the Bullet Club is gonna be broken up or they're gonna go the separate ways, don't worry about it, guys. The Bullet Club is fine. Buy the shirt. Because I'm probably gonna buy the shirt. In other wrestling news, what else we got here? Let's see. Nope, we talked about that already. Impact Wrestling. Let's see. So, yeah, yeah. Nope, we don't want to talk about that. That's done so already. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, you didn't know. Um, so let's talk about TNA for a little bit. We had Austin Aries on his first night, his first debut night. Um, in TNA, he defeated Eli Drake. He kind of like tricked him into giving him a TNA title shot, and not only did he impress us with his debut um, in TNA, he uh, he won the TNA World Championship belt. Um, Austin Aries, he was in WWE for a while. He was actually an announcer, and then he got injured. No, I think he was in NXT, and then he got injured, and he came back, He was on the announce team. I guess he was part of the cruiserweight announce team, the commentary team, and then he decided to wrestle with the cruiserweights. WWE didn't really do much with him when he was there, which kind of pissed me off because you know I've known Austin Aries all the way up to when he first debuted in TNA. So the fact that WWE had him, you know, you know, with them, you would have thought that they could have took his character and made it great, but instead they freaking wasted him away. They did nothing with Austin Aries, you know. Um, so he decided to leave. And now I'm not sure if he left or he got fired or whatnot, but he's not in WWE no more. He went on to wrestle. It's funny how he left TNA, and he went to Ring of Honor, and he did all this, and then when he finally got to WWE, but then he went back home where he came from. It says at tonight's tapings, Impact Wrestling taping, former TNA World Heavyweight Champion Austin Aries returned to confront current Impact Global Champion Eli Drake. Aries ended up challenging Drake for his title and won it minutes later. Wow. Talk about a great debut. The greatest man that ever lived is back in Impact Wrestling. Austin Aries is back, and he's going after Eli Drake. I got a couple pictures here where him holding the belt. Good for him. Good for Austin Aries. I'm glad that I'm glad that he's back. I'm glad that they're doing something good with him. Let's see. I know he won multiple titles as well. I'm just not sure which. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Cause I saw him come out recently, and he had like a bunch of other belts on him, and I'll find out stuff about that later. So yeah, so not only is he a TNA World Champion, he has other titles that he's won in other promotions. So he's not just wrestling for TNA; he's wrestling for other promotions, and he's won their belts. So the guy's great, the greatest man that ever lived, is proving to the world that he is the man that WWE should have pushed to the top, but instead they let him go, just like they let Cody Rhodes go, just like they let Matt Hardy, and he became the broken Matt Hardy. Now he's just being wasted away in WWE like always. So that was news as far as that. Um, we also have news about a current speaking of WWE members, um, we have news on James Ellsworthless. Um, James Ellsworth debuted in TNA. I'm sorry, TNA. Yeah, right. He debuted in NWA, and he went up against Nick Addis for the NWA Heavyweight Championship belt. Um, and I actually watched this match. Um, like I'm glad that they're using James Ellsworth for something, and I thought that they were gonna bring him back, and they were gonna they're gonna like do something with him. I thought they were gonna do something exciting with him, but they use him for what he truly is only good for, and that's being a jobber. I thought I was gonna actually see him wrestle like professionally, but instead, all he did was run around the ring. All he did was run, run, run. He did a couple moves here and there, but at the end of the day, he could not hold his own against the champ, the NWA champion Nick Atlas, and was defeated. So James Ellsworth, he talked about how he defeated AJ Styles. Um, you know, it's it's bullshit. He didn't defeat AJ Styles. He got one over. By being a douchebag that he is. James L's worthless. I hope I don't see that guy again, ever again. But that's your news as far as like NWA. I don't know if you follow NWA. It's a small little promotion that was once big, now it's small, now it's coming back, and they hold the original NWA title belt. So if you want to watch a little bit of NWA, just go on YouTube and find the channel and check them out. They're pretty good. They have pretty. It's a small time promotion. They do small matches, but still good nonetheless. So we covered NWA. We've covered TNA. We've covered Ring of Honor, New Japan Pro Wrestling. We covered their pay-per-views that are coming in on the 23rd, 24th. We talked about WWE. Last but not least, we're going to talk about the brand split. WWE is planning on breaking up the brand split pay-per-views. If they do this, I will be happy. I'm tired of seeing co-brand pay-per-views. If they start doing this, where every brand, SmackDown and Raw, are going to be on the same pay-per-view, that's one step closer to having them come back as one show all together. They need to end the brand split. It never worked. It never does work, and it's pretty much it just destroys talent. It's supposed to give talent time to shine, but since the brand split, we haven't had any new talent lately. We've had the same old fucking bullshit every single day. Brock Lesnar still has the Universal Championship belt. AJ Styles is still the champ. I mean, we have the only new champion that we've had is the modern day Maharaja, and AJ Styles. We even had fucking forgot his name. Anyways, damn, fucking brain fart right there. But anyways, yeah, we've had more WWE champions than we had Universal champions. So nothing's changed as far as the brand split. So get rid of the brand split. Let's bring all your talent together and just fucking put on a show, man. Hell, just bring back WCW. Just put half of your roster on Monday Night Raw and half your roster in WCW. So on Mondays we get we can have the Monday Night Wars again. WCW versus WWE. And what's the point of owning the rights to WCW if you can't do anything with it? That's an idea right there. As far as everything else, I believe we covered everything I wanted to cover. Like I said, if you have any comments, leave them down below. If you have anything you want me to talk about, if you want to bring up a topic or whatever, leave your comments down below. I'll bring them up in the show. We'll talk about it in the show. If you enjoyed the show, be sure to subscribe down below. Follow the show on Twitter at ThatWrestlingShow. Share the video and hit that thumbs up and thumbs down. We currently are at 41 subscribers. So I hit my goal for the week as far as 40 subscribers. My next goal is by the end of this month is to be at 100 subscribers by WrestleMania, 1,000 subscribers, and by the end of next year, 100,000 subscribers. So let's reach our new goal for the end of the month, 100 new subscribers. If you're a true wrestling fan, you will subscribe to this show. Whether you hate us or whether you love us, We are the wrestling show. I mean, I said it once and I'll say it again. We're not a bad show. We're not a good wrestling show. We are the wrestling show because this is that wrestling show. And this is episode number 1 of the Broken Mike Wrestling Talk, as well as news and rumors with JT, not JB, not JD, not JC, J freaking T. I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow for your Monday Night Raw review and results. Until then, you guys have a good night, and see you later. Because we are TWF. Subscribe. Subscribe. TWF.